A new scheme to subsidize your electric vehicle purchase is here, but this time not for electric cars. But what should you know before your next EV purchase, and which stocks should you keep on your radar based on this particular announcement? Now, Cabinet has approved the PM Electric Drive Revolution in Innovative Vehicle Enhancement Scheme, or the PM E-Drive scheme, which replaces the FAME 2 scheme that ended on the 31st of March 2024. Now, post the FAME 2 ending, there was a temporary scheme called the EMPS, which had been put in till September end, and the PM E-Drive scheme replaces the same. Now, while an outlay of roughly 10,900 crores over the period of the next 2 years will be there, this will include electric two-wheelers, three-wheelers, as well as electric buses and trucks, but not electric cars. Now, subsidies or demand incentives worth roughly 3,679 crore will be given in for roughly 24 lakh electric scooters, 3 lakh electric three-wheelers, and roughly 14,000 electric buses with this particular new scheme. One of the key negatives though, going forward, that electric cars won't be eligible to get this particular discount. This will be negative for the likes of Tata Motors, Mahindra & Mahindra, as well as Maruti Suzuki, which were looking to launch electric vehicles in the Q1 of the next year for both the last two companies. Another negative is that they've reduced the incentives for electric two-wheelers as well. The subsidy for purchasing an electric two-wheeler is now reduced to roughly 5,000 rupees per kilowatt hour from roughly 10,000 in the previous scheme. This is also limited to just rupees 10,000 rupees of discount per electric scooter that you purchase in the first year of this particular scheme, and this discount also reduces to just rupees 2,500 rupees per kilowatt hour, and a discount for purchasing an electric vehicle in the second year of the scheme, essentially in the next year, is reduced to 10,000 rupees per unit as well. Now, this means that the maximum discount on an electric two-wheeler going forward is going to be limited to just rupees 10,000, down from roughly 30,000 in the erstwhile schemes. Now, as the consumer, there is one important change to note as well. The Ministry of Heavy Industries has introduced the e-vouchers for electric vehicle buyers to avail these particular demand as well as discount incentives under this particular scheme. Now, when you purchase an electric vehicle, the scheme portal will generate an Aadhaar authenticated voucher for you as a buyer. A link to download the same will be eligible and sent to your registered mobile number, and this particular voucher will be signed by a buyer and submitted to the dealer from which you will be purchasing this electric vehicle. The dealer will be using these to avail these incentives and discounts under this particular scheme. Thereafter, the e-voucher will also be signed by the dealer and uploaded in the PM E-Drive portal. The signed e-voucher shall be sent to the buyer and dealer through an SMS, and the signed e-voucher will be essential for the OEMs or the companies that are selling you the electric vehicles to claim a reimbursement of the demand incentives under this new scheme. Now, another key development to know is specific to e-buses regarding the payment security mechanism. Now, current state transport units, or essentially the government bodies, cannot purchase these electric vehicle buses outright due to the big upfront cost. Hence, these companies follow a GCC model, which essentially means that EV bus makers such as Ashok Leyland and Tata Motors are told to operate these buses for roughly 10 to 12 years and are paid on a per kilometer basis. But the certainty of receiving these payments is not guaranteed and led to frequent delays for these EV bus makers. The government has announced that rupees 4,391 crore rupees will be given to these government bodies for procuring electric buses. This will at least take care of the financials of these companies from getting these particular incentives on time. Now, which stocks should you keep on your radar based on this particular scheme? Now, there are two segments which are key in focus, which are the EV bus makers that are surely the beneficiaries of these schemes. Now, while we don't have the per bus discount available yet as per the government notification, the allocation of EV buses in the new scheme is a positive. As per the notification, roughly 14,000 electric buses will be discounted, which is double of what was planned under the FAME 2 scheme, or roughly around 6,000 to 7,000 units. So players such as JBM Auto, Electra Greentech, Ashok Leyland, Tata Motors, as well as VECV will be a key stocks to watch out for. While for two-wheelers, there is still some incentives available, and companies such as Ola Electric, Bajaj Auto, TVS Motors, as well as Hero MotoCorp will be key in focus. So what do you think of the particular new scheme, and do you have any exposure to these electric vehicle stocks? Let us know in the comments below and follow NTE Profit for more.